From this video we will start working on swipe gesture for video player app. So in swipe gesture for volume and brightness, we will firstly divide the screen vertically. The right hand side will be for volume swipe and the left hand side will be for a brightness swipe. So when user will swipe on the screen, we will increase or decrease the volume and brightness along with the percentage. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to create a swipe gesture class, name it as on swipe touch listener. Implements to on touch listener, alt enter, implement method, and here create an object for gesture detector. Create a constructor for this class, take it as public on swipe touch listener. The parameter will be context. Gesture detector equals to new gesture detector. First parameter will be context and the second will be class we will create here. So also we have to take it return to gesture detector dot on touch event, motion event. Here we will create that class, public final class, name it as gesture listener, extends to simple on gesture listener. Now we can call this class here new gesture listener. Now in this class we will override some methods for swipe and single and double click. Press alt insert, override methods. We have to take this on fling method, press Ctrl and select the on double tap and on single tap confirmed. Click OK. Now below this class we will create two methods for double and single tap. Create two methods here, public void for double touch method, single touch method. Now we can call these two methods here. When user will double tap on the screen, we will call this method on double tap, on double touch and on single touch. So now in video player activity, here first of all we have to check the width and height of the screen. For this we will use display matrix. So first of all let me organize the code here using methods. So let's cut the code from here. Yes, we can cut the code till then. Control X, create the method here, name it as init views, alt enter, create method. This method control V, and also we have to wrap this code also in a method. Collapse this, control X and create one more method here, name it as horizontal icon list, alt enter, create method, control V. This and init views. So we can take the play video method between these two methods. So after play video method we will start working on swipe here. So first of all check the device width and height. For this use display matrix. Get window manager dot get default display. dot get matrix, pass display matrix here, create two variables for device height and width. Control D. In these two commented lines we will create all the variables for swipe and zoom features. Private int device height and device width. So here device width equals to display matrix dot width pixel, and the same for device height, display matrix dot height pixels. Now below here we have to initialize the on swipe touch listener class here. For this, player view dot set on touch listener new on swipe touch listener. This class context will be this. Override the method on touch. Above the super call we will use here switch case, switch motion event dot get action case motion event, remove the colon, dot action down break. Copy these two lines, control V, change this action down to action underscore move, and the third one will be action up. This action down case will be called when user will tap on the screen, and this action move case will be called when user will swipe on the screen, and action up will be called when user will remove his finger from the screen. So first of all we have to work in action down, means user tap on the screen. Create one boolean variable here, boolean start equals to, take it as false, start will be true here. If statement motion event dot get x less than in parenthesis device width divide 2. We have to create left and right variables here, boolean left and right. Left will be true and right will be false here. Now here in else if statement motion event dot get x greater than parenthesis device width, again divide by 2 because we are dividing the screen in two parts, dividing the screen width. So here in else statement we will take the right side as true and left will be false, means user will click on right side of the screen. So this method will call take the left as false here and right true. Now here we have to create base x and y float variables. Float base x and base y here. Base x equals to motion event dot get x and base y equal to motion event dot get y. And now in action move, when user will swipe on the screen, this move case will be called. So here we have to take one more boolean variable, swipe move will be false, swipe move will be true here. Create long variable here for different x and difference y. Difference x equals to math dot seal motion event dot get x minus base x alt enter, cast to long and control D, just change it to base y, difference y and base y. Now here double brightness speed will be, take it as 0.01. First let me write all the code, then I will describe it to you. Here create if statement, math.abs difference y is greater than minimum distance, take here equals to 100. So here we have to take start as true. Now here create if statement, if math.abs diff y is greater than math.abs diff x, and create boolean value here if build.version.stkint is greater than and equal to build.versioncodes.m, then take the value as setting, take the setting object, this second one android.provider settings dot system dot can write. We will check if the user can write or not. Get application context. If the user has access to write, then we will check if it is left side, then we will show a toast, left swipe, else if it is right side, then toast will be right swipe. And also here success variable, take it true. So first of all we have to create here success variable. Here we will check if the user has write access, then we will show this toast, else if user does not have the write access, we will navigate the user to settings screen for allowing the access. Here we will navigate user to settings screen. First we will show toast, that will be allow. Below toast, take the intent here, intent, new intent, settings, take the second method, settings, settings dot action manage write settings, and here intent dot set data, URI dot parse, package, get package name, and on the last start activity for result. First parameter will be intent, and the secondly we will take request code. Let's say I take the request code as 111, and now in action up, when user will remove the finger, we will take the swipe move variable as false, and also start variable false, and below here on touch method alt insert, also we have to override the on double and on single methods here. Now we have used the request code 111 here, we will override the method on activity result for this code. Below here override the method on activity result. Below the supercall, if request code equals to 111 that we have used above, then take a boolean value. If build dot version dot stk int greater than and equals to build dot version codes dot m, and the value equals to settings, take the second object settings dot system dot can write that application context. We will check if user has write access, then success equals to true, else we will show a toast not granted. So before checking this swipe feature whether these toasts are working or not, we will run the app. So before running app, let's create the design for swipe controls. For this we will create XML files in layout. Name will be swipe zoom design. In video player activity XML file, open the XML file for video player activity, custom playback view. In this custom playback view, below the recycler view, this recycler view, we will include that class layout swipe zoom design, and that's it. Now you can close it. In the swipe zoom design, we will create the design for volume and brightness swipe. So first of all we have to create relative layout here. In the relative layout, create a linear layout, width and height will be wrap, center vertical will be true, margin start 10 dp, Also we have to give ID. This linear layout will be for volume, progress container, now we will create background class, create background variable, name it as progress, progress bar background, alt enter, create drawable resource, take it as selector, change it to shape. Now here take corners, radius will be 4 dp, background color will be light dark, this light dark color. Now we can close it, and now in linear layout let's create a progress bar. Width, we can take the width as 5 dp and the height will be 115 dp. ID will be vol underscore progress, and take the style, Android attribute, progress bar style horizontal, this one, gravity will be center horizontal, take the margin bottom as 5 dp, maximum 100, and progress will be, let's say, take 50, and progress drawable, add drawable, create progress drawable, name it as vertical progress bar, alt enter, create drawable, take as selector, take it layer list, create item, in item take the ID, Android ID background, here take the shape, solid color, that will be white color, and corners will be radius 20 dp. Below this item create one more item here, ID will be progress, take scale here, drawable will be progress underscore shape, scale height will be 100%, and scale gravity as bottom. Now point on it, alt enter, create it, take it as shape, corners, radius will be 20 dp, and the background color will be, let's say we can take the background color as this, teal 200, teal 200, Now you can see. Now we have to create image view here. Image view, width and height, wrap content, and take the ID here as vol underscore icon because this is for volume icon. Source volume. You can see the design here for volume swipe, looking good. So now we can change the visibility, gone. Below here, let's create one more linear layout for showing the progress for volume changes. Linear layout, wrap content, take the ID as vol underscore text underscore container, center in parent, take it as true, background, progress bar bg that we have created earlier. Gravity will be center horizontal and orientation will be horizontal. Padding 10 dp. Below here we have to create one more text view, so copy this and paste it here. Assign it ID will be vol underscore text, and the text will be any number, let's say 13, and the rest will be same. You can see the design for volume. Now we can change this visibility to gone. Now here we have to create the same design for brightness. For this we will simply collapse these two linear layouts, copy them, and below here name it as brightness design and paste here. Expand these two linear layouts and change the ID to vol progress container to BRT progress container because this will be for brightness. This also BRT progress, we will check it, so change it to visible. Change the ID to BRT icon. One thing we have to do is we have to move this brightness container to right hand side. So center vertical, margin start. Here we will change margin start to margin end and margin left to margin right. Align parent right will be true. And change the icon here to brightness. You can see the brightness icon, and also change the text to BRT text container. text here, BRT text, and the rest will be same. So let's visibility will be gone here, and also the visibility for brightness progress. Now we have created the design for volume and brightness. In next video we will implement swipe gesture on it. So for now we will check the swipe, whether our swipe is working or not, this left and right swipe. So for this, let's run the app. Our app is installed, so let's open the app. Open any folder, video. So let's swipe on the screen. You can see it navigates to settings screen where user have to allow the right setting. So let's allow it and move back. So now if I swipe on the right side, you can see the toast right swipe. So let's finish it, then we will swipe on the left screen. Let's swipe on the left screen. You can see the left swipe. So our swipe is working fine. So that's all for this video. See you in the next video. Until then, Allah Hafiz.